Breakfast. The founder of Young People of Purpose, Diane Washington, along with one of her missionary adventurers, Joan Lewis. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good to be here.
And congratulations on the Harold White Award.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you.
Founder of Young People of Purpose, and here you are at last Saturday, or last, what was it, Tuesday? Tuesday's breakfast.
Yeah.
I asked you before the show if you were surprised, but you.
I was, yes, I was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was excited. I was honored. It was wonderful.
Well, I think, inspired people to be volunteers,
Yeah.
and and I think Joan, that's what you are.
She's very inspirational.
Yes.
Why? And tell us what went into founding Young People of Purpose, Diane.
Yeah. Well, just working with the young people, I had been working with them a long time, and they were coming up with all kinds of ideas like the Holy Moly Donut Shop and different kind of things we were doing in the class. And there was always like an atmosphere around our youth as if they were all like bad kids and that all the things that they were doing were really bad. And I wanted to make sure that we shared and showed the wonderful positive things that they were actually doing. So that kind of helped me really start that and start the book and those types of things so people could see what the young people were doing, in the community.
Yeah, and you can see permanent evidence of Young People of Purpose in your community gardens.
Yes, absolutely.
And they're beautiful. Plus you've had exhibits at the Ellisher Museum.
Yes, we do. It just came down, but it had been there for a wonderful while. Our youth did beautiful paintings out there. We did a project about painting fences. So they were painting the pieces that we're going to be putting in the garden.
Last time we were here, we were looking for help and participants for your mission trip to Uganda.
Yeah.
And Joan, you responded. You went to Uganda.
Yes, totally unexpected. Totally, not a planned trip for myself. Like she asked me, I'm like, whoa, where did that come from? Like, okay, Lord, am I supposed to do this? And then at first I told her, like, I don't think so. And then I wrapped my mind around it and I was like, you know what? This would be a great experience. And so especially taking the children there and allowing them to have that cultural exposure. I mean, we have to really consider how we live right here in a small town called Jackson and how little it is in comparison to the whole world. And to consider, like me and her had this conversation that came up during our trip that I'm aware of, there's no escalators in Jackson. So just something as simple as that,
Yeah.
So for these children to have that, that opportunity to
Well,
go.
we used to have an escalator.
We got to get it back.
That was just one of those simple little things that came up during conversation.
Yeah.
Is the exposure to an escalator, and how limited our exposure is to this world.
So you've been more than once.
Yeah.
How did you pick Uganda? Where did you go? What was the purpose?
So I was able to connect and collaborate with another young lady named Latrivia Gwen with Creating Sparks. And we collaborated because there were so many things similar that she was doing that I was doing and had been doing for years. And one of the things in the book that I wrote was the fact that we wanted to build wells in Uganda. That was one of our things. And I'm just thankful that we were able to build 2 wells in Uganda.
How many kids went?
There were 6 kids, youth, and there were 16 of us going all together. Yeah, so it was a wonderful opportunity for everybody. Just seeing your vision come to life is really a wonderful thing. And then just having people there with you that want to share the experience of working together and just really doing things together and making things happen.
Before the show, Joan told me there were no fancy hotels or nice dinners. What was the experience for you?
The biggest takeaway that I had was my spiritual connection with God, and just opening my eyes up and just taking in the energy from Africa itself. And then watching the kids just ooh and ah and just take it all in. as well. It was just an experience for the adults as much as it was for the children.
Yeah.
Was
And
it
she
a-
had her own 2 children went as well.
Oh, okay, nice.
And also was a part of the trip.
So was it like a Christian village you went to, or did it matter in terms of what your mission?
It was we did go to a church while we were there,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't like a Christian per se trip, but we had all of those experiences as well, you know, being a Christian myself, so that's a wonderful experience.
Your missions continue. You've got coming up your fundraiser, which
Yeah.
I think is one of the reasons you're able to do these missions and projects.
Absolutely, our fundraiser, so we're having our 8th annual fall fundraiser on the 26th of October, and we're looking to have just a wonderful time. And yes, we do a lot of things in the community. We give our youth the opportunity to come to things that they don't have to pay much for, or sometimes they don't have to pay anything for. And we look to our sponsors and those people that help us to help us make that happen.
And you're selling tickets right now, and people can buy them in advance.
Yes, they can. The tickets
And
are
what's all going to
$30.
happen at this? How do you raise money? Is it through the admission ticket?
It's through the tickets, it's through funders or sponsors that would like to sponsor our event. Yes, and anybody that wants to participate and give. That's how we fund it.
Joan, how old are your kids that went on the trip?
My eldest that went was 18, and my other daughter is 16.
Have they been involved with YPOP?
Very steady, yes.
Mhm.
My oldest, the 18-year-old Lariah Lewis, she's going to Michigan State now.
Oh, wow.
And so that's a whole new journey and, process to go through. But all summer she works very diligent with
Yes, she did.
Lady Diane,
Yes, she
and
did.
her heart is just into helping others and, again, Mother Earth. And she's going for environmental science, so there you go.
Well, the gardening was good training then. For,
Yes, yes.
Absolutely. And we're able to work with MSU Extension to help us out with that gardening aspect as well.
Nice. Hopefully she'll come back with even more
Yes.
skills.
She will. She definitely will.
Absolutely.
Last spring you had a big event at the Gardens for
Yeah.
Memorial Day.
Yes, we did.
And I understand you're going to do something again for the
For
Veterans Day.
Absolutely. We had a Veterans Day last year and the year before, I believe. And we're just honored for our veterans, and we're really thankful to have a place that veterans can come to that their own as well. And so we're just looking to make that be a place that veterans can feel welcome, they can come, they can work in the garden, they can participate. And we also have wonderful things that we do to work with the veterans and benefits and things like that.
Well, thanks for all the work you do in the community and with our youth, and thanks for coming in today.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, we're actually looking to go back.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
And Joan, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Joan Lewis, one of the volunteers on the mission trip to Uganda, along with the founder of Young People of Purpose, Diane Washington.